वारितो येन वातापि येन भक्षिता समुद्रशोषितो येन तस्मै श्री अगस्त्यमुनये नमः. It is a very strange stotra which I have recited. This is about the great Agastya Muni. Now, Agastya Muni's story, of course, is a very long story, but he had destroyed two monsters, Atapi and Batapi, both of whom had the habit of entering into your stomach through the meals you ate. And after going into the stomach, they would expand themselves and your stomach would burst out. So Agastya Muni knew that through his supernormal power that Atapi and Batapi had entered his meals, and through the meal they had entered his stomach. So what did he do? After they entered the stomach, he did it like this, and one monster died. And again here the other died. He smashed them right inside his stomach. In India, saints who go to Himalayas and all other places have all the types of water they have to drink. Mr. Kwang had gone there, and he, without knowing that he should take dry dates, he went to Himalayas and spoiled his stomach. So you have to take dry dates. Hard water is there. Some of these cautions you may not know when you visit Indian pilgrimages. What do Indian saints do? What Indian saints do is Atapi marito yena. And why I have remembered Agastya Muni is you have come after a heavy lunch. So if you begin to feel drowsy, then what I am going to say will be lost on you. So I am remembering Agastya Muni and starting. Now, I am mostly repeating what has been taught to some class already by Dr. Charak and Mr. Kwang, DAC, PAC, DARES. But for some other people it may be something like a refresher course. So I will come to the last point, S. S is special feature. Every horoscope has a special feature. As you say, personality is the man, so a horoscope shows the man. Then you go into the divisional horoscopes and all the other details. But the horoscope reveals a personality. And that personality must be seen from three angles, not one. Angle number one is what you mostly do always, that is the Lagna, ascendant. But the angle number two is always see also from the moon. And angle number three you have to also see from the Pada Lagna to understand the special features. What is Pada Lagna I will explain later. So you are seeing from the Lagna 1, from the moon 2, and from the Pada Lagna 3 to understand the speciality of a horoscope. Then of course Karakansha, Upupada, so many things are there, forget that. Three simple things. See, three simple plain techniques I am telling you, which you must apply when you see a horoscope. Drawn before you is the horoscope of President Kennedy. The late John F. Kennedy, President of USA, who was shot dead in 1963 November. The special feature is, if you see from the Lagna Lord Mercury has gone to the 8th house. The horoscope I am describing it. It is Kanya, Lagna or Virgo. In the 4th house you have Rahu. In the 8th house, you have Mars, Mercury, and Mars and Mercury only. In the 9th house, you have Jupiter, Sun, Venus. In the 10th house, Ketu. In the 11th house, Cancer, you have Saturn. And in the 12th house, you have Moon. Now, what is the special feature of this horoscope? Do you accept this as correct horoscope? Now, I as an Indian, who did not have much background about John Kennedy as you have, looked at it and wrote out something. If this is the correct horoscope, this is the pattern in which his life should have moved. Then I got his biography and read it and found a lot of these things coming out. Correct. Why? You see the Lagna Lord in the 8th with Mars aspected by Saturn. How can this man be healthy? Then you see the 10th Lord again in the 8th with the 8th Lord aspected by Saturn, who is also the 6th Lord. 10th Lord is under two malefic influences, one in the 8th house with the 8th Lord and is aspected by the 6th Lord. So his enemies had to destroy and cut short his career. Then you find the 5th Lord Saturn going into the 11th house is aspected by the 8th Lord Mars. Some child of his could have suffered some tragedy. I didn't know what. When I started reading the biography, I came to know in the beginning of 1963, there was a tragedy. Mrs. Kennedy delivered a baby who died. It created some melancholy feeling in the family. Few months after, he was also shot dead. That is when you see from the Lagna. Now see from the moon. From the Lagna you see a brilliant 9th house. What a brilliant 9th house it is. 9th Lord in the 9th house. Luck. Indira Gandhi's case I showed you. 9th Lord in the 11th house. Vargottama. Here you have 9th Lord, the 9th Lord in the 9th house with the Sun and Jupiter. Jupiter and Sun together is what is known as Raja Lakshana Yoga. When Jupiter and Sun are together, it is good for your father and it is good for your own royal dignity. Raja Lakshana Yoga. And Jupiter, 7th Lord, Venus, the 9th Lord together is one of the Raj Yogas, P-A-C-D-A-R-E-S. Remember, 7th and 9th Lords together. And in that there is Raj Lakshana Yoga. So if the man became president and he was, well, for India he was a hero, whatever you may say. In your country I do not know. But for India he was a great hero. Indians even today remember John Kennedy with lot of sense of affection and gratitude. Why? Well, he had, among all American presidents, for us in India, the image of being a very broad-minded Democrat. Rightly or wrongly, you should know. But that was our impression about him. And I don't think after George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, there was any other American president who was liked so much as Kennedy in India. Now see from the moon, the 9th Lord again in the 9th house. Here it is Mars now. The 9th Lord in the 9th house. The 10th Lord in the 10th house. With the 5th and the 8th Lord Jupiter and the Lagna Lord Sun from the moon. From the moon if you see, the Lagna Lord and the 10th Lord with Jupiter in the 10th house. Now the extraordinariness of the horoscope becomes visible to you when you see it from the moon. You must examine from the moon also. Those who are doing horoscope in the North Indian style generally have a separate Chandra Lagna, moon Lagna separate. In the South Indian style we don't need that. Well, I hope my mobility is not endangered. So from the moon when you see 10th house, from the Lagna you see luck, Lord of luck and the Lord of luck both. Now what is Pada Lagna or Arudha Lagna? That is a Gemini principle which you can profitably extend to the interpretation of a horoscope even when you are applying the Vinshottari Dasha. Now the Lord of this house is Mercury. How far is he removed from his original place? 8 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has travelled 8 houses. Now progress him by 8 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the Pada Lagna. So Pada Lagna is the Lagna Lord. First find out where the Lagna Lord is, how far away he is from the Lagna. You find here he is 8 houses away. So the 8th house from the position of the Lagna Lord is the Pada Lagna. Treat it also as a Lagna. Now from here you find again the luck Lord of luck going into the 10th house. One of the prayers in India has been, "Oh Lord, I am not so much in need of a brilliant son as in the need of a lucky son." A man who is born with a luck, even if he is a dullard, will get many things. And a man who is born with brilliance but has no luck, he will achieve nothing in life. Urdu, you know, is a very great language and very aphoristic. There is a couplet in Urdu, "ऐसे ऐसे कैसे कैसे हो गए और कैसे कैसे ऐसे ऐसे हो गए," which means ऐसे ऐसे, these ordinary fellows, कैसे कैसे हो गए, see what they have become, और कैसे कैसे ऐसे ऐसे हो गए, and see those extraordinary fellows how ordinary they have become. So that is luck. So you have to be born with a horoscope to have that. Now from the Pada Lagna you see moon in the 10th house and benefics again here. In all the 3 ways Kennedy's horoscope is brilliant. There is no doubt about it. But now come to the fatal point. From the Lagna you see the 8th Lord and the 10th Lord together aspected by Saturn. The career will be cut short. From the moon, the 8th Lord against joins the 10th Lord. From the Pada Lagna, the 8th and the 6th Lords are together aspected by the 4th Lord, and this is again the danger here. Now, Jacqueline Kennedy, his wife, 7th Lord, Majesty, Pada Lagna, 7th Lord, Majesty. But from here, a defect creeps in. You know what she is better than I know. Then you will see the Navansha and so many other things and examine. So a special feature is always to see from all the 3 angles. Now I will give you another example. Now, gentlemen, if you have any question, you will please take the mic because she is taping it. Sorry.
Can you determine from the chart who killed John Kennedy, whether it was conspiracy or just Oswald himself? Has that ever been done?
Whether it was?
Was it a conspiracy that killed him, or was it Oswald? Can you see that from the chart?
Have you ever looked at that aspect? Since that's a big question.
Well, I have worked on that aspect, but I will not discuss it here.
We're all dying to know. We're Americans.
Now I come to this horoscope. At a glance, something must strike you when you look into the horoscope. What do you see in this horoscope? This is the Lagna. In the 4th house you have 2 planets. In the 7th house you have 3 planets. In the 10th house you have 1 planet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets in the Kendras from Lagna. And from here if you see, again Kendras. From here you see, again they are Kendras. There is a special dasha used in Gemini, very few people know, that is known as Manduk dasha. From Manduk dasha this horoscope becomes even more extraordinary. But forget that. See it from your own angle. You see it from the Lagna. You see it from the moon. And you see it from the Pada Lagna. 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore 1, 2, 3, 4. This becomes the Pada Lagna. You get me? Saturn is the Lagna Lord who has gone to the 4th house. 1, 2, 3, 4. So progress by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the Pada Lagna. PL, Pada Lagna. R, Arudha Lagna. Now you look at it anyway. So many planets in Kendras from each other. Who is the 10th Lord here? Mars. The 10th Lord of Aquarius is Mars, associated with Venus and Mercury. 1, 2, 3. Which is the 10th house? Jupiter. Aspected by Saturn and Moon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 planets are associated with the 10th house or the 10th Lord. You can look into the horoscope and say, my dear fellow, if you get good Mahadasha, there is no such thing as retirement from you in life. You will be very active. Your Karma Sthana and Karma Lord has so much influence. And they are mutually in Kendras from each other. This man pawned the jewelry of his wife and sold astrological magazine. Yes, Dr. Raman. And if he is the dominant world leader in astrology today, that is because of his horoscope. When I wrote about it and described it, other astrologers in India attacked me, abused me. I said, you fellows as astrologers must first of all believe in astrology. If like idiots you attack me, you don't impress any astrologer. You are not born with a horoscope like Dr. Raman. So why are you envious of him? Dr. Raman will be Dr. Raman because he is born with a horoscope like this. 6 planets are influencing this, and he may break world record for all you know, because 55 years single-handed he has been editing a magazine. That may be Guinness world record for all you know, I don't know. Or the second best, they say, will again be from India and Kerala, one man who has been editing for 60 years. One man single-handed producing a journal, running it, becoming so prominent, becoming a world teacher of astrology, because he is born with a horoscope like this. You see his grandfather's horoscope, again the same thing. So you are born with a horoscope with a mission. And why the mission? Jupiter in the 10th house. Brilliant Gajkesari Yoga involving an exalted moon. Now Gajkesara Yoga is of varieties, many varieties. 1/3 of human race is born with Gajkesari Yoga, but 1/3 of human race is not prominent. Why? There is a difference in Gajkesari Yoga, and a lady lawyer of the Supreme Court, Padma Priya, is producing a brilliant research on Gajkesari Yoga. I allotted her that task before coming here. She has done very well already. So when is Gajkesari Yoga really powerful in your case? 2 persons whom you have invited from India, one is Dr. Charak. He has his moon here, like Dr. Raman and Jupiter here, an exalted moon involved in Gajkesari Yoga. You have called him to USA and praised him. The other fellow happens to be this skeleton before you, called K.N. Rao. So, Gajkesari Yoga also has a qualitative difference. Speciality is to be analyzed and seen how deep, how good, how strong it is. Don't merely say this yoga is there. No, this yoga is there, and the wheel of destiny and the wheel of time, Kai Chakra. Are you getting the right dasha at the right time? If you are not getting the right dasha at the right time, this promise remains only static. I will tell you an interesting story. When I say story, they are all true stories, not fiction. In Patna, Bihar, when I was posted sometime in 72 or 73, one gentleman in whose house we used to have Sunday evening bhajan, he said, "Will you see my horoscope?" I said, "Yes, I will see." He had retired from government service. He was an engineer of 1928. He could have gone to any top position, but a very honest man who never took bribes. And he had a very poor pension. He had 6 sons and 1 daughter, only 1 son settled. I have seen the horoscope. I said, "You have entered the best period of your life now." He started saying, What are you saying? I have retired, I have become an old man, I am going to be sick, I will fall, I will die. And you say, "I have entered the best period of your life." I said, "Yes. Because you have entered the best period of your life, all your sons will rise high now and get settled." Why do you say best period means only you will be eating mangoes? If your sons are eating deliciously, why is that not a good period for you? Then all his sons got beautiful jobs one after another, and sitting at home from his sons, he started getting monetary contribution, which was 10 times more than the highest salary he ever drew in his life. That is good time.
Yeah, that's great.
So, but that came in his old age, not during his service career. Now in the case of John Kennedy, he got his Rahu Mahadasha well in time in his life. Now many of you say Rahu in Dhanu Sagittarius is debilitated, नीच का है. Many people say that. But please remember 2 principles. One of Uttar Kalamrita of Kalidas. Jupiter or Saturn in the houses of Saturn and Rahu in the houses of Jupiter or in the houses of Mercury promote your interest brilliantly. And Jupiter in Kendra in this case from Lagna, 4th house, and Trikona from the moon. In the 5th house, Rahu is in the 5th house from the moon, and in the 4th house from the Lagna. So this is an extraordinary Rahu. Now in Sarvartha Chintamani, one simple shloka, that is the Indian style of writing. One shloka and the finish. Half a sentence. If you catch the meaning, you catch, otherwise the whole thing is lost on you. They will never explain in detail. Rahu Chhatra Karakaha. Chhatra means the crown of a king. So Rahu will give you the crown of a king. And in Rahu Mahadasha, John Kennedy defeated Henry Cabot Lodge. Many of you must be much younger to me in age. So though you are Americans, you may not be knowing who Henry Cabot Lodge was. In my student days, I never missed a single speech of Henry Cabot Lodge. Let me tell you this. I used to go see the New York Times, read his entire speech. He was a brilliant speaker. But this young Kennedy defeated him. It created a big sensation when he became a senator. And in that Rahu period, he also became the president. And when the Rahu period was over, came the Jupiter period. What is Jupiter for? Kanya Lagna. A Maraka when the Ayu is coming to an end. The seventh lord from the Lagna, posited in the seventh from the Pada Lagna with the seventh lord. Pada Lagna is Scorpio. From there is the second lord, Jupiter, a Maraka, posited in the seventh house, a Maraka, with the seventh lord, Venus, a Maraka. And in Jupiter Saturn he was shot dead. As soon as Jupiter was over, in Jupiter Saturn he was shot dead. So that is how you take special features and begin to interpret. In interpreting the special features, there are certain other things to be seen. After this, I will come to, when we have the tea break, then I will come last to Kal Chakra Dasha, Yogini Dasha. In the Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Delhi, I tell my students, when you are noting down planets, write the planets, if there are 2 or 3 planets in a Rashi, either in the proper ascending degree or proper descending degree according to the degree of the planets. For example, one planet is 2 degrees, the other is 6 degrees, and the third is 4 degrees. You can't write 164, you must write 146 or 641, according to the descending or ascending order of the degrees. Why is it necessary? When you look into that horoscope, you should see how close the planets are. It must strike you. The planet there reveals a secret story. If you write carelessly, it will not strike you. One horoscope I have given of Tula Lagna, Libra, with Mars, Venus, Mercury, 2nd house Saturn, 4th house Ketu, 7th house Jupiter, 10th house Moon and Rahu, and the 12th house Sun. That is the horoscope of Mahatma Gandhi. Libra ascendant, Venus, Mars, Mercury in the ascendant, Jupiter in the 2nd house, that is Scorpio, Ketu in the 4th house, Capricorn, Saturn in the second house, Ketu in the fourth house, Jupiter in the 7th house, and Moon and Rahu in the 10th house, Cancer, Sun in the 12th house, Kanya, Virgo. I have written the degrees of Moon and Venus. They are very close, they are in the same Navansha. The great man that he was, the way he spoke truth, he wrote about his struggles with sex in his life. Tremendous struggle with sex he had. See the close proximity and Mars and Venus in the same Navansha. Aspected by Jupiter from the 7th house, the man is trying to sublimate his sexual energy through brahmacharya. And he speaks about it to the world. This is what my life was. An Indian speaking openly about his sex struggle is a rare thing. It is a very rare thing, but he spoke about it. But you could see, once you see the speciality, close degrees, you see this intense struggle. As an astrologer, you cannot hate anyone, you cannot love anyone. You must remain strictly impartial, because I insist and I say, and I have written in my book on astrology and this Nehru dynasty, I have not met any person who could live beyond his horoscope. You cannot live beyond your horoscope unless you are an extraordinarily great saint. So Gandhiji struggled very hard. You can see that. The second horoscope I have given, Mithun Lagna. Now Mithun Lagna is, that is Gemini. Second house you have exalted Jupiter, Kark, Cancer. In the third house you have Moon and Rahu. In the 5th house you have exalted Saturn, Libra. In the 8th house you have exalted Mars with Venus and Mercury. In the 9th house you have Sun with Rahu. One of the most chaotic looking horoscopes. 258. No planet in Kendra from Lagna. But now put your finger on Jupiter. The whole horoscopes undergoes a change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets in Kendras.
I don't think that horoscope's up there.
Down below this.
Oh, I think that was in Navamsha.
This horoscope.
Is it a natal chart?
Natal chart.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said that horoscope this side down below. Jupiter is in Cancer. From Jupiter you have Saturn in quadrant, exalted. From Saturn you have Mars again in quadrant. So 5 planets are in quadrant from each other. But the houses involved are 2 and 8. So what happened? That is the horoscope of Morarji Desai, who was also the Prime Minister of India, a great believer in astrology. And when Indira Gandhi threw him out, press people wrote it is the end of his political career. He rang up a pressman, he said, "You stupid fellow, you have said it's the end of a political career. I am telling you I will come back and be the Prime Minister of this country." And after 10 years he became the Prime Minister of the country when Indira Gandhi lost elections in 77. But here all things happen in a very indirect way, because the houses involved are hidden houses, mainly the 8th house. So no horoscope is hopeless if you know how to look at it. But the dasha is what you must get correctly. He gets the dasha of the exalted Jupiter. After that exalted Saturn, then Mercury, Purnam Phalam. Parashara says, an exalted planet has to give its promised auspicious results fully, whatever the lagna. That one great exception people forget. So this man, what a strange man he was. He had no following. A leader in India has to have a charismatic following. He had no following. He became the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh and he became the Prime Minister of India. Now why I have referred to this is for another reason. One of you, I don't know who, asked me about Sadhe Sati. You had asked. Why are you afraid of Sadhe Sati? Why? It is because no one has told you how to interpret a Sadhe Sati. I don't have the time to do that here. I will have to take a 1 day's full workshop to explain what Sadhe Sati is. Don't interpret a Sadhe Sati without using Astak Varga. And don't interpret a Sadhe Sati without looking at the degrees of the moon. The moon is 5 degrees in Capricorn. When does Sadhe Sati begin? 5 degrees Capricorn minus 45 degrees. Which means the Sadhe Sati begins when the Saturn has reached 20 degrees in Scorpio. And Sadhe Sati ends when Saturn has reached 20 degrees in Aquarius. 45 behind, 45 ahead. If you don't take this interpretation, you will commit a very serious mistake. Someone's moon is 1 degree in Aquarius and someone's is 29 degrees in Aquarius. Someone's degree is 5 degrees in Pisces and someone's is 29 degrees in Pisces. The Sadhe Sati of both people will not begin at the same time. When Saturn reaches 45 degrees less your degree of your moon and crosses the 45th degree after crossing over from your moon, from this to that is the period of your Sadhe Sati. This was a very brilliant interpretation given by a very great astrologer of Nagpur, Katwe. I don't know whether anyone has translated his books into English. किया डॉक्टर साहब किसी ने? Beautiful books, great books in Hindi and Marathi he wrote. He gave this interpretation and I worked on it. And I openly acknowledge my gratitude to that great astrologer Katwe, about whom you may not have heard a word in America. And he said, minus 45 degrees and plus 45 degrees will make a difference. And I found it exactly correct. I have given you the moon of Indira Gandhi, 5 degrees Capricorn, add 45 degrees. You reach 20 degrees Aquarius. The day Saturn crossed 20 degrees in Aquarius, he became the Prime Minister of India. Apparently it was Sadhe Sati going on. But why I am referring to Morarji Desai's horoscope is, this Sadhe Sati is the biggest bank balance of an exploiting astrologer. In India, when you go to an astrologer, he says, Sadhe Sati, Baap Re, so much money for propitiation of planets. Or Rahu Dasha. But don't be afraid of these things, try to interpret intelligently. There was a village astrologer who wanted to make some money. A very poor man met him. So he said, my God, you are passing through a terrible Sadhe Sati. I will have to do Graha Shanti, a propitiation. This poor man said, what do I do? He said, you pay me 500 rupees in Indian currency. He said, I don't have that much. All right, pay me 200. He said, I don't have that much. Pay me 100. I don't have that much. 50? No. 10? No. I say 1 rupee. Sorry, I don't have it. Say, damn it, you go away. Satan can do you no damage. In Bombay, we were addressing a meeting in 1988. It was a popular lecture, very big hall, Patkar Hall. This question came to me. So in the morning we had technical sessions, in the afternoon we had seminar, in the evening it was a popular lecture. The same question came up. So they said, we want Mr. Rao to explain Sade Sati. So since I was speaking in Bombay, from where Mr. Chakrapani hails, I said in the state of Maharashtra, you had someone who in his first Sade Sati became a government servant, civil servant in a high position. In his second Sade Sati became the chief minister of your state, Maharashtra, and in his third Sade Sati became the prime minister of India, and his name is Morarji Desai. And here I am standing before you. In my first Sade Sati I landed a big government job. In my second Sade Sati I became a famous man for my astrology. Well, if Sade Sati is such a terrible thing, you tell everyone you are going to suffer the misfortune of becoming the Prime Minister of India.
That could be true too.
Sade Sati means extra responsibility. And that extra responsibility can be through someone's death also in the family, yes. Maybe some extra elevation, which means lot of headaches. The higher you go, the greater the headaches. So why are you afraid of Sade Sati? Sade Sati has to bring in a change. And in Sade Sati, saints realize gods. Do you know that? Your God realization comes in the best period, particularly when you have Sade Sati and a favorable Saturn and favorable Jupiter in transit. Parashara says. Saturn has to be favorable. Jupiter has to be favorable. And what is the moon? Moon is Man. Man Jita to Jag Jita. If you know how to conquer your mind, you know how to conquer the world. All the happiness and unhappiness that we suffer from is there in the mind only. Psychosomatic you talk about. Conquer your mind. There is no depression. There is no happiness. There is no unhappiness. Mr. Dennis Flaherty, of course, is not here. He came last night. He said, I will have to go back. But anyway, I am surprised to look at your energy. You have not taken any meals after coming into this hotel, and you have been sleeping only for 3 hours a day. I said, Mr. Flaherty, if I had found you people very graceful and inspiring, I would not need even 1 hour's rest. If I had found you people very terrible, I would have needed 12 hours rest and 10 hours of escape. So if you have found me not getting tired at all, it is a tribute to your beauty of behavior. So he was surprised. He said, yes. I said, if you had really created any bad feeling in me, I would have wanted to somehow finish off the whole thing and run away. But I don't, up to 3 o'clock in the night, they have been discussing. At 6 o'clock I got up in the morning. I have never taken any meal so far here. I have been only living on tea or some milk or some fruits, but it makes no difference to me. Why? It is the mind. And if you conquer the mind, where is unhappiness? Where is happiness? Vayas gate kah kama vikara, gyate tattve kah sansara. If you have understood the tattvas, the reality of the world, what is this world? This world is nothing, it's but an illusion. If you are very much advanced in age, don't claim you have conquered sex. You are not incapable of doing it now. Conquering sex when it is a challenge. conquering sex when it is not a challenge. These two things make a difference, isn't it? So similarly, conquering the mind when it is a challenge right in the prime of your youth is the foundation of your sadhana. Please remember, because many of you ask me spiritual questions. What about my spiritual life? You lay the foundation for your spiritual life in your youth, not in the old age. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vriddho yati grihitva dandam tadapina munchati asha pindam. When you become old, the body is just shriveling. You take a bat and stick and begin to walk. All the teeth have vanished. Hair has fallen. Even then you don't give up your hopes and desires. That is human life. If you know how to conquer those desires in young age, then you know how to lay the foundation for a spiritual life. So instead of merely asking an astrologer, what is the purpose of life? You try to discover what is the purpose of your life. You set a goal, then go to an astrologer. Conquer your mind. Sadhasati helps you to conquer the mind. That's a great period for spiritual foundation. Don't take it as a miserable, melancholy period. You will commit a mistake. Similarly, Rahu's periods are great periods for pilgrimages. Great period for the company of saints. When people come to me, when I see the period of Rahu, I said, go to pilgrimages. Go on moving in the company of saints. And when I find them coming in the period of Ketu, I said, sit down on your asana and meditate. Ketu is an introvert. And Rahu is an extrovert. So I told you the psychology is revealed brilliantly by the rotation of dashas. Moon dasha soft, Mars martial, Rahu impulsive, Jupiter gives you wisdom, Saturn gives you detachment, Mercury gives you distilled wisdom, and if you survive, Ketu gives you moksha or salvation. That is why Ketu is known as Jnana Karaka. That is Vinshotri Dasha scheme is showing not merely your outer evolution, it is showing your inner evolution. Now a question will arise. My God, 120 years of Vinshotri Dasha scheme, 20 years of Venus, my God, when will I get sun, when will I get moon, when will I get... I may not get this Dasha at all in my life. Yes, that's a question. So therefore, please work on shorter cycles of dashas also. And the shortest cycle of the dasha on which I want you to work is Yogini Dasha, which I am going to introduce to you. Yogini Dasha cycle is 36 years. Debbie, I wonder whether you have got slides prepared? Not necessary. Okay. You kindly open table 1 of Yogini Dasha.